To put on some lipstick or something. What do I got here? Rockstar Red. That is not what I'm wearing right now. Nope, not gonna do that one. I can do, I could do this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we are. We are beginning. All right. Yay. All right, Danny, I see that you are here as well. Welcome, my friends. All right, just got a little something on here. Um, it is the last day of the quarter. So that's the first thing to talk about. Last day of the second quarter of this seminar year. So Teresa, already a star consultant. Congratulations. First quarter in the business. And she is a star consultant. So Teresa, you know what that means, right? You get like these points and these
Yeah,
credits. Yep. Have you picked out a prize yet? Do you know what you would like to get? No.
I haven't even
Have you
looked.
looked at them?
No, I
All
haven't
right.
looked. I will do that at some point.
Girls who have looked, can you unmute and talk about some prizes that you have found? Whether they're what you're working that oh, Erica knows. Erica, what have you found that's fun?
Well, I was just going to tell my story from last Star Quarter because I had been saving up points to get
Me too.
myself a Kindle. Okay. I really wanted a Kindle. And then my husband's birthday came along and I decided to instead get a ton of Amazon gift cards. And then I bought him an Apple Watch. So that was my star prize last time. So not going for the Kindle this time though, because it might be under the tree
Oh,
this Christmas, hopefully. Um, but there are some really cute earrings and some bags. So I don't know what I'll get.
so
Fun
many
or
great things.
business? We'll see.
Yeah, yep. Fun or business. Maya, have you looked at any prizes? I don't know if you've looked at any prizes.
I haven't looked recently, but when I have gotten something, I did um like the little tags you can put on your all your products that you send out. So it has like your name and your
Yes.
address and phone number and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So I
Hmm.
got business stuff with it. I think that's
Right.
the only thing that I've done with it though, is just get business stuff with
That
it.
is smart. That is a very
Mhm.
smart use of those points
Yeah.
to use it for what is it called? MK Connections.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
because then you can get your business cards for free. Yes, I'd never spend real money on business cards or product labels or anything like that. I do Star Consultant, credits
Mhm.
for that. So very smart for that. I mean, I've done so many things with those points from sunglasses because I was going on a girls' trip and I wanted new sunnies. And so I got like new diff sunglasses. I've done Mackenzie Childs, like all of the canisters that I have. You got a butter dish. I've done a Le Creuset stoneware, a Dutch oven, and that's what I bake my sourdough breads in now. I mean, I got this thing years ago before I was even into sourdough. Now I use it all the time. Henkel's knives, I have gotten my china. I didn't register for fine china when we got married, but I have fine china now, thanks to Mary Kay. I have crystal wine glasses, thanks to Mary Kay. I have a new ironing board next to Mary Kay. And Eddie Bauer parka. I mean, I've got like so many things. The UGG slippers I'm wearing right now. UGGs. I would never spend, like great things. These earrings, actually. These earrings are $200 like sterling silver earrings, and they're great. Like they have been through so much, and they still look beautiful. So I love that. All right, but so all that to say, you've got 4 more hours. 4 more hours to get those orders in to complete your stars. Some of you are so close. So yeah, there is still time if you haven't finished it yet. I want to talk about what's coming up for this month. So tomorrow we're doing our holiday glam night on YouTube. Ashley and I have been running wild, right? As we all are at this season. So I'm realizing right now I don't have a YouTube link for you. I will get one for you tonight when we're done with this call. I'll make that YouTube link. It'll be posted on Facebook. But we are doing all the holiday glam. So this is for everyone who wants to know how to use concealer properly, under eye corrector, how to use eyeliner properly so that their eyes look open and big and not smaller and closed in, how to have a really beautiful lip look that lasts, right? How to apply the highlighters and the contours. I mean, we're kind of doing a full shebang. So we're going to be moving quick through these products, very, very quick. But it's going to be fun. So a lot of our more recent glamour nights have been more simple, which is great because that is kind of what's in right now. I don't know if you girls have noticed that, but like it's like the very bare face look, which is wonderful. I am here for it. That's why we have good skincare, so that's great, right? But sometimes we want to know how to get glammed up. And we want to get glammed up. So this is the how. So that'll be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So get guests for that. Now, if you did not get on the Winning Wednesday last week, Danny, I think you were on, right? Were you on? No, there was someone that was on from our unit. I can't remember. Ashley was the guest speaker. She killed it. I mean, it was one of the best. She wrote everything out. She read her story. She hit every important point. It was so good. And I don't think I'm saying that because she's like one of my best friends. I really think it was like so good. So I will be posting that recording, and I am challenging every single person that hears this, whether they're watching the recording or you girls right in front of me. I am challenging you to ask 5 people to watch that video before the ball drops on 2025. Okay, 5 people to watch that video and to give you their opinion. Okay. And I will attach a YouTube link to, or a YouTube, not YouTube, a Google form for them to give their feedback. So it's really easy to get that feedback and we can see what we think. But it is too good not to share. And I'm telling you what, Ashley joined on December 16th. Many years ago. I was in North Carolina, living in New Jersey, but visiting my family in North Carolina. And she texted me and said, "Hey, I was just at a Mary Kay party and I want to join." I was like, "What?" And it was this whole like crazy thing of events. Is she going to join with her friend's team who's a new beauty consultant, or is she going to join with my team who's been her consultant for years? Obviously, she chose to join with me, and the rest is history, but good people join in December, right? The good people. So we want to share that for sure. And we're going to talk about sharing as we get into this. Looking at the rest of the month, I will not be on this call doing the power up next week because I will be in New York with my family and visiting with them. However, you are invited to join Ashley and her team. Now, it is an hour earlier. So she starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So I highly recommend getting on and hearing another perspective and hearing about how Ashley trains and what her people do. It's a different flavor, it's a different energy, and you will get something from it. Okay, so get on that. That's on the 22nd. The 29th, we will be back here together as a unit. And then moving along to January 3rd, we have a January jump start that we have been invited to. And that is down here. So if anyone wants to drive down here for the weekend, you can stay with me. I haven't told Max this, but I'm telling you that you can stay with me. That'll be totally fine for this January jump start. So it is from 10 to 4 on that day. So it's a 6-hour thing. It is in Wilmington. So it's at if you know the K2 Suites, Teresa, it is in the K2 Suites on Wrightsville Avenue. $38 per person with lunch included. Okay. Jennifer Eisenhart is a future executive sales director. She has earned, I know, at least one top trip, but her mother-in-law is a retired national sales director. Her mother-in-law was an Inner Circle national sales director. And so she comes from a long line of really great Mary Kay legacy and training. And so it is posted. It should be posted on our Facebook group. If you don't see that, Lori will be getting to it, but there's a QR code and also a link that you can just, type out or copy and paste to register. But again, $38 per person, and that includes everything. We're going to be having recognition for that night. Or for that day. It's going to be wonderful. So that is coming up on January 3rd. So mark your date for that. Now, what we're also going to be kicking off in January is another Boss Babe series. And many of you, well, I'm looking at Erica, Maya, and Danny. That was what brought us all together, right? That's where, these friendships were formed and where we really got a lot of cohesiveness as a unit was doing a Boss Babes series. So, Teresa, just to let you know, this series is going to be on Monday nights. It is usually 7 weeks, and it's going to be a different speaker and trainer for each of those nights. And the theme is called It's Time. It's time. It's time. So we've got Kristen Sharp is going to be one of the trainers. Oh my goodness, let me look it up real quick. There are 6 different national sales directors who are going to be speaking for that, who are going to be sharing for each of those weeks. They are Lisa Madsen, who I believe she's the #1 national sales director right now. She is retiring in January. Amazing. We also have Davan Mall, Kristen Sharp, Julia Garner, Lakeisha Chisholm, and Lakeisha's a new national, and Brittany Jenks, who's also new national. So that's going to be amazing. It is a pace setters. And so that means there is going to be a booklet that you can print off and take notes. There's going to be prompts of what to be taking notes on and to be reflecting on. And then there will be kind of like homework or challenges for each week that you get points for. And so it is an accountability kind of thing. But the reason why we do these Boss Babe series every year is because it's starting out a new year, right? 2026, the calendar new year, but it's also starting this second half of the seminar year. Does anybody follow the Buffalo Bills but me? Does anybody watch any Bills games? Let me tell you, ladies, let me give you a little Buffalo Bills inspiration. They are right now 10-4. Okay, those 4 games are really annoying that they lost, but 10-4. And nothing matters less in a football game against the Buffalo Bills than the score at halftime. Nothing matters less. So I don't care what your business looks like right now. I don't care if you hit star tonight or not. That does not determine where you land on June 30th, 2026. Got it? These first 6 months, yeah, what you have counts. It all counts. I'm not discounting that, but it does not determine what the next 6 months look like, good or bad. Just yesterday, we were watching the Bills play the Patriots. The Patriots kicked our butts a few months ago in our home stadium. We go to the Patriots, and you know what they're calling it? I didn't know what this meant, but they're calling a hat and shirt game. Hats and shirts game. You know what that means? They were expecting to win the division title, to be the AFC East champions, which means you can buy a t-shirt or a hat that says Patriots AFC East champions 2025, right? So they're expecting they were going to clinch it. Buffalo Bills rolls in. The first half is horrible. Like, makes you angry to watch this football. They finished that first half 21-0 Patriots. 21-0. We won 35-31. The next 5 times in a row that the Buffalo Bills had the ball, it was a touchdown every single time. So imagine next month, January 2026, coming alive in 2026, you get a touchdown drive in your business every single month. You hit the goals that you want every single month. You are plugged into your business. You are plugged into your hostesses and your customers, and you're plugged into parties, and you are driving through, because that's what champions do. It is everything in that halftime. So the Boss Babe series is a foundation for that. We are going to hear from the best of the best. myself included. So you and I, we are learning together. We are building that community, and Lord willing, there will be more than the 5 faces that I see on my screen right now that are joining us, because that's what makes this opportunity so special. It's not just you making money and building a business independently, it's doing it as a team. And the Boss Babes gives us a great opportunity to do that, to invite people in to a specific segment of time, and to say it's a 7 month or 7 week series, so they don't feel like, well, they can wrap their mind around, like, okay, I'll do that series and then I'll see what happens, right? And then they can decide what they want to do with their businesses, and see what dreams and what visions they've got there. And so that's going to be starting in January on Monday nights. Are we excited? Yay! Okay, I'm excited too. I am very excited as well. I will say that January, what is that date? The 19th, is that a Monday? I think it's January
Mhm.
19th is a Monday. I'll be in Nashville for a leadership conference, as will almost all the other directors. So we may not have a meeting at all that night, or I may actually, well, we'll see. I guess I'm not going to say that yet. I may have one of you take the lead, and I'll send you the link, and you can share the screen and everything, and you can lead the Boss Babes night. That might be kind of cool. Okay, but we'll look at that. Okay, moving right along here. In 2 days, the new My Shop e-commerce platform goes live. So if you have not done the setting up My Shop, do that to give yourself that time. It is about a half hour. At least that's what it took for me. I'm also like looking through pictures and everything, but it's about a half hour that I found to set it up. Who has set up their My Shop experience? Okay, thank you, Erica. Teresa, you did. Did you find that it was about a half hour to set it up? Would you say it was about, or more or less?
More, less, a little bit less, I thought. It was quick.
Okay. Great. Okay. Awesome. Maybe I was just overthinking the pictures too much. I don't know. That tends to be where I get stuck. And I'm like, wait, there's a specific picture from 5 years ago at seminar. I need to find it. So anyway, yeah, so that's great. Yeah, so it is not a very time consuming thing. But what I am gonna do on Wednesday is I'm gonna give you a tour of what My Shop looks like, what My Shop Manager looks like. That is replacing the personal website manager that we have right now. And I'm going to be ordering a product through Ashley's shop, because I think we're all going to be curious, what does the customer see? What does this look like? So I'm going to be ordering her a mascara, or ordering a mascara from her site. That's just going to be shipped, no. Yeah, I'm gonna have a no, I'm not ordering that. I'm actually ordering it doesn't matter what I'm ordering, but it is something that I notice I need on my shelf. I need the normal to dry Miracle Go Set, right? The little ones. I always need, does anyone else feel like they randomly sell those? I just have to have them on hand all the time. You know who else randomly gets them off the shelf? Me. Okay. When I'm going to leadership, I grab us up a little ghost set if I'm getting low on what I've got in my toiletry bag. So I'm going to order that and have it shipped to me. But I'll be sharing my screen so that you can see what that all looks like. And I'll be learning, what does this all look like? Okay. So that will be on Wednesday. It'll be a short video. It's not going to be like a full meeting long thing. Okay. But we're just going to be looking at what this all looks like. Now, am I talking to my customers about contacting me to fulfill their orders? Yes, I absolutely am. So the website is I think it's going to be, I'm not going to get my panties in a wad, right? If they just order through the website, and I didn't get the chance to talk to them about my January deal, my December deals, and moving forward each month's deals to upsell them. I pretty much sell like 95% of all of my orders through the deals. Does anyone else find that's the same thing for them? That when they share those deals, they're always adding products to the order, right? And so I love that. I will still offer them the deals, even if they've already finish their order, especially if they're local. That makes it really easy because I can just, they can either pick up the product from the 50% off special deals, or I can drop it off if that works out too. But I have it right on my shop. So if you haven't done this, ladies, I put it right in the description where it talks about like why I love, representing Mary Kay products. I have on there, feel free to enjoy this beautiful interactive website, but don't order through this website. Call or text me with your order. So, and the way that I put it is so that I can best give you the deals and discounts that you earn. So that I can know how to best, most accurately. That's what I put. I can most accurately give you the deals and discounts that you earn. And again, it is an earned discount when they hit that $50 or more, purchase. So if you don't have that, I would put that, and I'm sure it's a very easy thing to fix if you don't have that in there right now and you want to do that. Okay. Then I would also recommend, well, not recommend, but this is just an idea. If you want to reach out to a couple of your best customers and say, hey, it's a whole new website. Will you look at it for me and let me know what you think? Right? And just see if you can get some people to peruse that website. That could be a selling opportunity for you, that they may see products with the new layout that they didn't see with the previous website. Right? Or they learned things about our products that they didn't know from the previous website. And so that's an idea there too. But let's talk about moving right along, because I mean, all of these things, right? The My Shop, that is getting, and it is changing and becoming more streamlined, right? Mary Kay's doing this because they want us to get more customer orders, especially guest customer orders of people that just go on marykay.com and want to order Mary Kay. There is a consultant connector that they can either look specifically for a customer, so they can find you as a consultant more easily through this new connector that has gotten an upgrade, which is great. But if they don't have a beauty consultant, right, and they put in their zip code, and Mary Kay just assigns them to a beauty consultant in that zip code. You get to pick 2 zip codes that you want to have associated with your consultant connector. Okay, so pick 2 really good. I would pick not just the 2 that are like right neighboring, but maybe zip codes that have like a really high population, right? So I don't know. That's how I'm thinking to do it, and I'm assuming that that's something that you can change to. Once you set it up, I don't think it's set in stone forever. I think you'd be able to change it if you decide to try other zip codes. So that's an idea there too. But all of these things, the Boss Babes that's coming up in January, the January Jumpstart, the final half of the seminar year, all of these, things, these offerings is a great opportunity and a great time for someone to start their business. And the tier discount too. Let's talk about that as well. 30% off, even if you're not active and somebody places an order through your website, you can still make 30% of profit of what that product is, right? If you're not active. If you are active, you're going to be getting 50%. But that's kind of cool. Before, people couldn't order from your website unless you're active, right? You couldn't get them the product, or you just paid full price, which that's a huge waste of money, right? To just pay full price to get somebody like the mascara that they wanted. This, you're still going to get some profit. So that's what's really cool, is people could honestly join and like get their feet wet, right? And then learn how the business is. They're still making a little extra money. They're still getting a discount, even if it's not the full 50%, they're still getting a 30% discount on their own personal products. So now is the time to share. And we had 3 people join our team last month, and the month before that was another 3, and that's great. Nobody's joined our team in December so far. And so let's just talk about sharing the opportunity, and some kind of like principles and words and just things to help us better share. That's basically it, just to better share. So One thing that I have learned recently, and I think I have done this, but I don't know if I've done this consistently, especially recently, because you get kind of rusty after a while. But instead of saying, I make 50% of everything that I sell, you make 50% of everything that you sell. You have the opportunity to earn a free car, right? You have a My Shop website where people can order from you 24/7, and Mary Kay processes the orders immediately, right? Unless if it's done through the My Shop website. So use the word you to put that prospective team member into the vision of Mary Kay. Because if you're using just words like I, right? First of all, you might feel kind of weird doing that because when you say, well, I make 50% and and you might be like, oh, is that braggy? Is that going to make her feel weird that she just placed $100 order with me and I'm telling her how much money I made off of her order, but to instead say, you make this, at your party of $500 in sales, you make 50% of those sales. So what's 50% of 500? And you ask her those questions. Yes, you make $250 at that party. Come on. And so using the words you. Another thing is to talk about what they are going to, what they get as a guarantee for Mary Kay Corporate and what they get as a guarantee from joining a Mary Kay unit with a director. So let's talk about what Mary Kay Corporate offers us, because things are changing, right? There have been some big changes in the past few months, the past year with Mary Kay, and Erica and well, Erica, you and I have been to seminar before. Danny, was her first experience ever, but we went to seminar. I'm like, okay, things are a little bit different here at seminar than they were before, right? And let me tell you, the things that we're noticing that are different, whether we think they're positive or we're not quite sure yet, is irrelevant if these three guarantees remain the same. What do we want Mary Kay to always guarantee? One, I always want Mary Kay to offer me incredible products at a 50% wholesale price. Mary Kay guarantees that. I am getting incredible products available at a 50% wholesale price. That's one guarantee. Another guarantee is they're not touching our marketing plan. They're not touching what we make for team building, what we make, for earning the cars, what we make for, our commissions. They are not touching. If they touch that, then I'll have other words, but they are not touching that. And they keep on doubling down on that and tripling down on that. Every time we hear Ryan Rogers speaks, what is he saying? Our CEO and our president of the North America region, what does he say every single time he speaks? They're not changing our marketing plan. Why is that so important? Because so many direct sales companies have changed their marketing plan. They've taken away team members. They've dismantled units. They have gone to strict affiliate, selling. They take money and livelihoods and whole businesses that women and men have built and just completely take it away. Mary Kay is not changing that marketing plan. And the third thing that they're not taking away is our recognition. We can still earn those diamond rings. We still cross that stage. We still put the sash on and we're a beauty queen, for an evening, and we get our wave on stage and the cameras and everything. So those three things that Mary Kay offers to us are staying. That's what's the most important thing. Everything else doesn't matter. And I know I didn't like it. I still don't necessarily like it. That a lot of products are discontinued, right? But somebody said this was a great thing. I love our hand soap. I mean, I have a shelf that's pretty much completely full of hand soap. I went bang. I bought a lot of hand soap. So don't ask me for hand soap because I bought it for me. All right, I love my hand soap, but we don't need to sell hand soap. Bath and Body Works can sell hand soap, right? What do we sell? Skincare, the Miracle Set, the Repair Set. The new Mary Kay skincare line is fire. It is fire. There was a moment that we were kind of missing that younger generation of teenagers to early 20s. And before that, before botanicals and everything, It was the velocity. Have you ever talked to somebody who said they used Mary Kay as a kid and they're like, velocity? I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. All the 90s kids remember velocity and what it did for their skin. And then velocity went away. And Mary Kay actually said it was a mistake that they went to botanicals. Like they actually said that, which is kind of crazy. They're like, we didn't get the same return on botanicals as we did on velocity, but we're getting the same return now on the new Mary Kay skincare line for younger skin. That is relevant. That is a beautiful product and it's perfectly timely and it is exactly what young women are looking for right now and what they want. And so um you know what was I going to say? Yeah, so that is the Mary Kay guarantee there is we've got these products. Now, what do we guarantee when somebody joins Mary Kay? This is so important, okay? This is so important because some people I'm noticing, I don't know if you're noticing, but they're like, I want to get into the social media influencer kind of thing, right? Like they want to start, becoming a social media influencer and having companies reach out to them and promote products because you can make like $10,000 by promoting a product, right? And that's great and that's exciting. Do you know the percentage of people who are aspiring for that who actually make like good money doing that? It is so small. It is so small. It is so small. And how do you even learn how to do all of those things? You either got to learn on your own or you're paying for courses and you're paying for training, right? To learn how to play that game. What do women have to pay for in Mary Kay to learn how to do this business? Nothing, right? The training that we get and that we have access to is insane. It's insane. And it makes us very special. And it makes us very, that we stand apart. And so, women come in here and something that Ashley said when in her story last week on the Epic Winning Wednesday when she's sharing her story was for a while she didn't use my name, which was really funny. She just talked about this, she called me tall. I mean, I'm not sure, but she called me tall and beautiful. And I'm like, I don't know who she's describing right now. But, she's like, this tall, beautiful fifth grade teacher across the hall. And I'm like, wait, is she talking about me? But, she said that her director asked her, if I teach you, could you learn? And that's really what it comes down to. When women join Mary Kay and they want to do something with this, if we teach them, could they learn? And that means that we teach them. That means that they have a place to learn. That means they have an opportunity to learn. And that is huge. Now, we do not, I also want to take out that we don't help people in their businesses. Okay. We're not helpers, right? We're teachers. We're teachers. We teach and then they learn. There's a big difference. Now, of course, we help people just like as Christians and, as decent human beings, in life and things. But when it comes to like the business thing, we're teaching them how to have a successful business, not necessarily helping them because guess what? Their success or failures, if it comes down to us helping them, well, now their success or failures has something to do with us. And I'll never take credit for someone's success, and I'll never take credit for somebody else's failures. I do my job in the teaching. And so we guarantee that they're going to get training, that they're going to get taught, that they're going to be a part of a community, and that they are going to get those three things that we said for Mary Kay. That is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Now, at every single selling appointment, we need to be sharing the Mary Kay opportunity. Every single one. And if there's ever a Mary Kay appointment that you don't share the Mary Kay opportunity, that's like washing your hair and not putting in conditioner. Like, you have to. It is not a complete appointment without the share. It just isn't. It is not a complete appointment without the share. I don't care if you're sharing to the hostess that's there at the end, or you play a little game and you say, okay, on the count of three, I just want you to get ready. I'm going to count to three. And when I get to three, I want you to just on instinct point to the person sitting at this table who you think would make a great beauty consultant. okay, who would do really well doing what I do. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's see who she is. Most people are all going to point to the same person, right? And then that's who you're going to share with, because she's going to say, "Me? Oh, I don't know." And you're like, "Oh my goodness, like why would she be great? Why did you all point to her?" And they build her up and they say what's so great about her that would make her great about Mary Kay. And then you say, "Oh my goodness, well, Jeannie, if you joined, who would have a party for Jeannie?" And someone's gonna say, "I would have a party for you, Jeannie. I would love to do a party." And okay, anybody else have a party? Look, Jeannie, all these friends would, support your business and would have a party for you. And you build that up. That was something I used to do that. I do always, Teresa. You heard me do this at your party. Mary Kay always said at every beauty at every Mary Kay party, there's at least one new beauty consultant. I wonder who she could be. Well, now we're going to throw in, I'm going to count to 3. Let's point to who she be. Right? And that gives you an idea of who to share with. But that, ladies, that is just, it is such an important thing. Erica uses a flip chart, she's got the sharing team building notebook. She likes to do it that way. I know other people like to do it with as like a pink possibility chat, where if you had 5 questions that you wanted to know about having a Mary Kay business, what would those questions be? And you just answer their 5 questions. And very often, by the end of of them getting those 5 answers, they've decided to join Mary Kay. So there are a couple different ways to share, but the important thing is that you do share. How do you figure out how you want to share? Start sharing and see what you like. How do you know what are the different ways that you can share? Ask me, okay? I will teach you, and then you can start sharing. So, I am so proud of our unit. I have said this, and I am still saying it. I am so proud of the strength that is in our small but mighty unit. The numbers that we are churning out and production from the size of our unit is incredible. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. But I don't want to stay small and mighty. I want to be growing and getting mightier. All right. I want to be a growing unit again. We were always a growing unit. And so it is time to grow again. We're going to reflect the hair growth and we're going to grow again. Okay. So I'm really excited for the end of this month. This year, it is not over yet. This quarter is not over yet. So we are not falling short of the goals of 600 wholesale. Many of you are on target to get those extra 800 in the star credit points because you did 600 in November and you do a 600 now in December. You're going to get 800 credits. And please remember that you're getting an adorable pair of fuzzy slippers from me for 600 in December. They're really cute. They're really cute. Also know that 350 wholesale or higher by the end of tonight gets you the charms for those hoop earrings. So that all comes there too. Teresa's already earned those. Great job, Teresa. So does anyone have any questions or comments before we go into recognition? Okie dokie. All right. Well, let's talk about our sales from last week. So if you sold any products last week, you sold $1. Will you raise your hand? You open the doors to your business and you sold products. Yay, Erica and Teresa. All right. If you sold $100, keep your hand raised. $200, keep your hand raised. $300, $400, keep them raised. Okay, Erica, Teresa, how much did you sell?
Well, you know what? I forgot because I just did $156 tonight before I logged on with you. And I had done something like a week before, a couple weeks before, and I don't remember what it was. A couple $100, I
Wow.
think. I know.
Look at
I'm
that.
not very
Just sells
organized.
a couple $100 here and there.
I think
Can't
I'm like a total
remember.
of 3. I'm going to say 3. I just haven't double checked it.
Okay. Isn't that a nice problem to have? I'm just selling stuff, $200 here,
I know.
$150
I'm
here,
just
$300 there.
unorganized.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. All right, Erica, how much did you sell?
Last week I did 430.
And what did you do the week before? You weren't here the week before, were you? I don't think you were here.
Mm-mm.
No, because everyone was falling apart in your house. What did you do the week before?
Um, uh, Give me 2 seconds. I can look it up.
Okay.
Oh, that week I only did 310.
Wow, that's
Only.
awesome.
Only. So for 2 weeks, she's got $740 in sales. That's pretty exciting. That's pretty
Mhm.
exciting for the month of December. Halfway through December, $740 in sales. Phenomenal. So, so good. Congratulations, Erica. How did you sell? Are these people you're reaching out to? Is this people getting the lookbook? How are you doing that?
A couple people I asked if they needed gifts, and I need to be a star by tonight. So I texted
Yes.
like my best customer, number one customer, and she ordered $350 worth of
Wow.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, and then
Awesome.
I have like
Awesome.
I did quite a bit today too. So that was nice as well. But yeah, I'm
Awesome.
trying to sell
Did you get
gifts.
that order in yet? Because I've been looking and I didn't see it yet.
No,
Did you?
I'll get it in when we're done. I gotta check some inventory.
Okay, I
The
get it.
kids are in bed, so now I can actually focus.
I get it. I get it completely. Get it completely. Well, congratulations, Erica, finishing star and her eye was on it, right? Her eye was on it. She knew she was going to finish. That was her goal, to finish star by tonight. So she called the low-hanging fruit. She goes, "My number one customer. I know who to call. I know who to call. $350. No problem. Congratulations. That's awesome. All right. Um, Bookings. Who's got some bookings? If you've got one face booked, will you raise your hand? One face booked. I love it. Two faces. Three, four, five. Okay. Who's got four? Four, three? Everybody's got three. Are they all for tomorrow or these other appointments? Maya's tomorrow. Danny partially tomorrow.
Mine's another
Erica,
one.
you said, oh,
I'm
not
doing
another.
mom facials during Christmas. So
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Very good. Oh, and don't forget about New Year, New You makeovers. You can start booking for that now. Okay. New Year, New You makeovers can be skincare or can be makeup. That week in between Christmas and New Year's is really prime for those appointments. People got nothing going on, sometimes they got money to spend, right? And they want to look fabulous going into a new year. They're ready to turn over a new leaf and they're ready. I'm going to take care of my skin. I'm going to look nice. I'm going to get a nice look, right? That's perfect. Easy bookings right there. So great. All right. And parties. Who's got a party booked? And I don't have them booked either. Rah, rah. So, but I still have my brides. I have not reached out to them, but they're coming with me in the car on Friday, and I'm going to be booking some brides in the car on Friday. I have to. I have so many things on my list, right? We all do. And just a little tip here: if you're starting to feel overwhelmed and you haven't done this yet, do a brain dump and write down everything that's in your brain on a piece of paper that has to get done or that you think has to get done. And then look at that list and start circling the things that absolutely you do have to do, right? And right next to it, well, when am I going to do this? And crossing out the things that you're like, you know what, doesn't need to be done. We're just going to dump that. That doesn't really need to be done in the light of everything else. Or what are the things that can be delegated? Okay. What are things that someone else can do? I'm starting to realize, you know what? My kids can make little snowmen, or at least partially. They can get to a certain point of making the snowman that I'm get bringing to the cancer center. So what can be delegated? And I've got like some little neighbor girls that would love, I know it, to come over and make snowmen in exchange for lip gloss. Easy, right? Easy breezy. So yes, make that brain dump. It'll feel so good to get things out on paper, and then you can see it and you can own it, and you're in charge, right? Not the stress or the anxiety of everything swimming in your head. So have a wonderful night and a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you